Happy about that. My legs felt great. I thought I closed well, but I was just in bad spots and just terrible tactics on my end. I kept getting behind the wrong guys, and then they'd kind of slow down, and then a bunch of people would come around my right shoulder, and I get trapped and have to go back and then around, and then had that happen a few times. I mean, those are just rookie mistakes that I was making. If the race were a little faster, then it probably would have been a little more strung out, but I needed to adapt to how the race had evolved and changed. And had a great last 100, but I had to move around a bunch of people to get free and just, made bad decisions.
Yeah. How do you do things that work? You're saying like you get behind a guy and then they slow down. Like how do you try and engage? This person's not going to slow down.
It's tough to predict because you're making those decisions fairly quickly. And, sometimes you kind of get lucky in your position and something opens up. You can squeeze up the inside or squeeze around the outside. But I just picked the wrong positions, and that's my fault.
From your point of view, when did you realize that this wasn't going to be anywhere close to a sub 8-minute race, and that you had to adjust to the way the race was being run?
We were running well for the first like three and a half laps, and it was strung out. We were single file, and it felt really good. And it felt like, I was trying to be relaxed and just kind of follow the guy in front of me, fall asleep. And then all of a sudden I looked up and we were way back on the Pacers and the lights. So once that gap opens up, it's not like you're going to run a 58 in the middle of the race to close it down. So we really bunched up. So probably about halfway was when we kind of fell off the pace. You can't really blame anybody because I wasn't up there, pushing the pace. So that's just the way the race evolved.
A lot of guys were talking about running fast tonight. Do you think the wind and the conditions were a little bit of slowing things down?
I always wanted to win an NCAA cross title.
There's a little bit of wind on the backstretch, but that's typical for Hayward Field. Weather was pretty ideal, actually. I think if we would have made a gentleman's agreement to say like, hey, at 3 laps in, we each take a lap, I think we could have run really quick today. I think there's a lot of fit guys in that field.
Our PT
but I think it seemed like everybody's tactics were, be in a good position, but not in the lead when the Pacers came off. So when that happens, you kind of bunch a little bit. And we bunched pretty hard. I mean, I couldn't tell exactly what was going on around me or behind me, but it seemed like the whole field was still there with a lap to go.
Pretty badly in that last 200 meters. Do you think that affected the race?
I just had bad tactics. When the race goes like that, you either want to be in the very front or the very back, and I was just stuck in the middle. So by the time I got free with like 100, 120 maybe to go, I felt great, and I closed well. But by the time I got outside, I was 5, maybe more meters back off the lead, and that's a hard gap to close when everyone's pretty fresh at the end. So, not happy with that one.
What's next race for you?
I get to go home for a little bit, and then I'll do USA's. So I've got about 2.5 weeks of training, and then back to it. 5K, maybe 10K. Yeah.
For tomorrow, what event are you most excited to watch?
Bowerman Mile. Yeah, it's always a fantastic race. I know a lot of the guys in it. Hopefully it'll be quick, and it should be a good race.
You got any predictions for who will take that Bowerman Mile?
I feel like in a fast race, yard is really hard to beat. Cole has kind of had a strange start to the year with being a little banged up, but he's usually ready to go when the time's right. So
next one is the Dawn 5K. That's like August. So
I'll go with Cole.
Got a big block.
Yeah.
And that would end the American drought for the Bowerman Mile. Hasn't happened since, I believe, 2006.
Yeah, probably the Legat days.
It was the Bernard Legat days. But, and with Laros pulling out, unfortunately, at last minute, I think it kind of opens up or increases the possibility that we can get a U.S. winner of the Bowerman Mile on July 4th.
Yeah. Niels has had a great year, especially over 800. So if he were in it, he'd probably be my pick. But without him in, it changes the race a little bit.
Just a word on this Hayward Field crowd on a Friday night. Normally the Prefontaine is one day, and even when it's been 2 days in the past, it's not normally just filled with this level of quality for night one. Just how did you like being under the bright lights of Hayward Field instead of in the sunshine of the daytime?
It was different. Yeah, it's rare to race at night here. Usually USA's and pre or during the day. I'm sure for the TV window. So yeah, it's cool being under the lights. You know, we're the last event. There's a little drone show after. So yeah, fun to be part of this meet. And we had good conditions. It was pretty ideal time to race, so it was fun.
Gonna do anything fun for 4th of July weekend? Gonna eat anything fun for 4th of July weekend?
Yeah, I'd love to go to a little tailgate, a little barbecue before the race, but we'll see. I'll go for a little jog in the morning. I'll hang out, watch the races. Might go float the river down here and hang out and have a nice chill 4th. You know, in some ways it's nice to get the race done the day before and then get to watch the main events the next day, so it should be a good day.
You can basically just be a fan instead of
exactly, yeah.
competing.
Yeah.
Brett, have a wonderful night.
Yeah, thanks guys.
Thanks, Greg.
Yeah, thank you.